Alright, hello everyone, welcome back to Crypto Warehouse. My name is Brogan. Today we are back for another simple signal stream. And today is an exciting one because we have actually started to go up in Bitcoin and in the coins in general. Obviously you can see Ethereum and Solana. On the 24-hour anyway, we are up a nice, 3 to 4%, 2.5 to 4% across the board. Or nearing, or that's being a bit actually, 3.5% actually, maximum. So it's going pretty well. I can explain all the movement, don't worry. If you're feeling a bit uneasy about what's going on, or we're going down 1 minute, now we're going up pretty hard. Obviously this stream is aimed towards explaining what I've been talking about on my past stream and in Telegram, and obviously explaining why we've been moving like this because of this movement and structure we have in Bitcoin, and what it all means basically. I'm also going to plan to kind of try and predict what's going on after this stream. I think I have a rough idea, so hopefully we should be able to get it all right. But we've been right so far. We've been right past stream or two, however long I've been talking about this movement downwards and where to. We've been right because we've came to it and we've come upwards. So it's been so far so good, I suppose, for Bitcoin and obviously everything else. Obviously Ethereum right now 2,329. The only one I'm not too sure about is Ethereum. I think 133 is roughly where we thought for Solana. We're here and there. Obviously we've had a big spike up now in the past 24 hours. But with Ethereum, I can't remember exactly what price I said, so we're going to go back onto the charts anyway. We also have a jammed stream today because I have been requested, as per Mike, for some coins external from Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, which are Mu, Pyth, FET, and Dupe. So I will be looking at those. For example, with Dupe, for example, I keep on doing this. Past streams, I need some water, but whatever. With the past streams I've looked at Dupe, I've done one chart. I've tried to do a different chart today to try and get a different spin on things. So hopefully we should get some new, a fresh perspective, like I said, a fresh perspective on Dupe and where we're going, I suppose. So I think that's pretty much it for that. If you do want any of the useful links I may refer to during the stream, and I'm referring to right now, go to the description of wherever you're watching, Binance or YouTube. Also, I've been forewarned that Binance might go off. I'm not too sure why. Sometimes they go off, apparently, as of lately. So if you're on Binance and the stream randomly goes off, the place you can go to make sure you're on, and you can watch the rest of the stream if it does go off, go over to YouTube. If you don't know where we are, don't know our name, it's Crypto Warehouse. If you don't know how to get there, you can just go to Google, search Crypto Warehouse up, and it'll appear, first or second thing will be our YouTube channel. That's where our live will be. So if you do get cut off, you can go to YouTube, because I think there's a bit of funny business going on with Binance in terms of people getting cut off. So do be careful of that. Check the descriptions out. Telegram, the public one especially, do go there. That's probably the most important link down there. There's obviously other ones, to Twitter and this, that, the other, but most importantly is Telegram. So do make sure you go check that out if you're not in there already. And if you do want to support the channel, you can like and follow. But if you do, really, really enjoy content and really think we are something to keep an eye on, then you can go into YouTube. You can go be a member, $2.99 a month to support the channel. Obviously, that is not, not pressured on upon anything. That is off your own back. A like and a follow is more than appreciated. So I have yapped. I'm keeping it short though, only 4 minutes. I started, I think, a minute late, so a 3-minute, intro, not bad. But regardless, let's have a look at some prices. Then we can go to the charts for Bitcoin, because it's pretty exciting. I'm giving a little, sneaky peeky. It is pretty exciting. You can see these big movements upwards. We have a whole lot to talk about down here. This, this will stay on the screen for like 5 minutes, just for me, talking in general. So 56,571. Let me refresh the page, just to make sure that is the latest price. 56,571 for Bitcoin. Pretty good price. Obviously, we've been absolutely tearing it right now towards 56. Importantly, this is my important one anyway. Above these two lines close, basically this whole range. This whole range is the important range. This basically 2% range for Bitcoin is my critical area for Bitcoin and for any coin is the equilibrium and these mitigation block lines here and here. I think it's 53 and 41, or 59 and 41, sorry. These this whole area, basically. Obviously, you don't need to know that. Basically, it's between 59 and 41% of a range. It doesn't really matter. No one cares. But just let you know, that's my important range, and we are above it right now. We haven't printed. Obviously, the 4 hours is what I'm looking for. 4 hour, 54 minutes. Obviously, at the end of the stream, we will have our verdict. So I might go over a couple of minutes just to see where we are for Bitcoin. So unless we have a massive crash now, back towards 55.5, 55.550, I'm not too worried. I'm pretty happy. I'm a pretty happy chappy. So, and bear in mind as well, this is exactly what I said we needed to do for Bitcoin. Exactly what I said. So if we follow suit with what I've already said, past 3 or 4 streams or whatever it's been, we should be in the good books to be coming up pretty nicely. But anyway, I'm not going to start right now. I'm going to look at some prices of Ethereum and Solana, and then we can go on to it. Okay, I just want to give a little, preview, some footnotes of the chart. Anyway, Ethereum 2331, pretty good price. We are low again. The 7-day 7.5%, a bit more down in terms of relative to whatever. If you can see on the right side, if my head's not covering it, if I do this, you can see it. You can see the charts are pretty similar regardless on Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana. Obviously BNB down here, and XRP is pretty similar. All these coins, you can see pretty much every coin has done the same thing, which makes sense. That's what the market's doing. But what I'm saying is the increase in price is going to be different. Obviously with Ethereum is on the lower end of things, where it's come down more relative to the market, but in terms of its moving upwards, it should have had a relative moving upwards larger than 2.5%, I think. So we're clearly at some sort of resistance point. We're clearly at some sort of difficulty area, which is probably something we've already talked about. Again, we had that fair value gap order block combo, I believe we had on Ethereum. So that's probably our that's probably what it is for Ethereum. Anyway, I've yapped. Solana $133, pretty good. Let's move on. Let's get onto the chart. Let's get this going. So this is our range. So let me just zoom out. I'm gonna go outside like this. We'll go on the wide, and then we're gonna zoom in like an arrow. Okay. Actually, before I do that, let me read the chat. Okay, I'm gonna go on the balance first. Let me see what people are saying. Brogan is the goat. I'll get my coat. What are these rhymes? Okay, what is this? We're not doing rhymes now, are we? I hope not. Reading through. I don't know what this guy's saying. These are bots. I think there's a lot of bots here actually. Someone said hi guys. All right, and then there's a bye guys. Okay, that's crazy. Anyway, there's nothing going on. No surprise there. Balance is like a graveyard. It's like graveyard shift. There's literally nobody there. Anyway, let's go onto YouTube. See what people are saying. What have we got going on in the YouTube chat? Got a good amount of people. So obviously, if you're here and you've not said hello yet, say hello. I want to see you guys' names. Kishan, the go, always here. You know what? It's like clockwork with Kishan. He's always here before the stream even. Before the stream even starts. Before I even go live with the intro music, Kishan's here. Absolute go. Welcome, Kishan. Thank you for joining. Tariq as well. Absolute go. I believe a relative of Kishan is also here. So welcome to you as well. Shout out to you. Let me scroll down a bit more. Mags, thank you for joining. I appreciate you being here. We've got a good amount of people, actually. I assume it's going to get bigger over time throughout the stream. Also, we had some new people in the YouTube as well last stream. So if you are here again, do say hello. Would love to see you guys again. Hopefully they join again if they don't do that. KB evening, what's going on? Hope you're getting better, or you are better. Shout out to you. We're doing well. We're doing well in our predictions. I know we've both been pushing some stuff in the Telegram. You're doing pretty well. Let me move back now to where we're actually going. Okay, Bitcoin. We're on the daily. This is a bit of a short one. Actually, what I'll do is let me go to my main chart where I have everything else. This is kind of like a different chart completely of what we talked about. So this kind of shows our general movement. Womasi, shout out to you. Womasi, hello Brogan, hello to you. Haven't seen your name in a while actually. I'm not on Binance too much actually, to be fair, but shout out to you. This chart shows it a bit better as to kind of what I've been talking about in general and what I'm talking about right now. It shows it a bit more cleaner. It shows it a bit more simpler. Now my low was 51,770. Okay, but we've come as our low at 52, basically 52.6. So there's a bit of a difference there, unfortunately. But you can see, regardless, you can see on the rejection block, we followed a equal low pretty nicely. But again, this rejection block, my point was, between 51,550 and the top of this at 54 basically was, I know it was a big range, and I said that at the time, I know it was a big range, but that was my low area. This was our area where we come into it and we have a good, area of demand, a good area of buy, whatever, where we're going to come to it, and obviously, proceed coming down. I think it's raining outside. We're in where we live right now. It hasn't rained in ages, okay? And mentioning coat as well, I think it's actually starting to rain, which is making me very happy. But anyway, so we had this rising wedge, which obviously we followed through with. And again, I already pointed this out, 3 streams ago, whatever, that I didn't really personally think we were going to follow through with the entirety of this rising wedge. I didn't think we were going to come to 250. I really didn't think that at all. And I've already said that, and we didn't. I don't know if we're going to have another low. I hope we don't, personally, because obviously I will get onto what I said last stream, and I'll point it out again because that is my camera's really slanted. And I've already pointed this out as to what we're doing right now is really good movement, and I'm really happy with what we're doing right now because it is exactly what I've already said. I said this in the intro, or said this before we went onto the charts. This is exactly what I said already that we need to do. But anyway, yeah, so this was our rejection block formed by the previous, super low we had from this entire movement up or down from, this area at 69, 70k, all the way up here, all the way down to, 49k basically. So far so good. So far so good. Obviously, this is our movement here. We've been in this area. Obviously, this, if you were to get this, it would be too low. But again, I'm gonna do more TA. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do this TA today, and I'm gonna obviously, depending on what it shows in the charts, I'm either gonna long now or not long now. I'm gonna see what, because obviously pretty big candles of a bounce here. So what I'm probably waiting for is some sort of we've kind of had this. Or the main thing I'm looking at anyway is this kind of double bottom. And again, I know we had these wicks, but it's more so of a looking at the candle body and the candle prints. And again, if you were to go off solely wicks, that is definitely something you can do. But for example, this rising wedge wouldn't have followed through because we've had 3 wicks outside everywhere, and yet we still followed through. So personally, for me, it's more of a looking at where the prints are. And you can see our print twice has been directly on this line. So we've got equal lows, really, really good equal lows, which means we have formed this double bottom, which I think is going to ride us all the way. And I've explained this last stream and the stream before. Last stream before, that we had this double bottom. And I think this was really going to be what I'm looking at next in terms of our chart pattern and where our chart's going. So I've been bearish the entire time. And this is the thing, it's like I was bearish ever since we kind of wicked all the way up and we start to come back down again. I was bearish at 64k. I was bearish in this entire thing. I saw the rising wedge. I saw all this on the higher time frames. I was like, okay, I don't think we're going any higher. I think we're coming down. And people had their bull flags. They had their rising wedges, whatever the hell. They had that at 65k. They're like, oh, we're at 65k. I think we're going to go up more. No, not at all. Did you in the show box? I love this clickbait. Okay, what I'll say, I don't write the titles, okay? Mike writes the titles. All right, I'm gonna wipe my name is completely clean here. I'm gonna brush off the whatever. I do not write the titles. I only do the thumbnail. No, I do the intro because he does it on his computer and I do mine on mine. So the intro where it has the music, that is my thumbnail. But he just posts the down forever. And you know what? I probably should send him the up. I don't know if I've sent him the up things, but I don't do that. Okay, I do the intro. Okay, so I don't think we're going down, but we'll see. Yeah, to be fair, we'll see. But no, Benjamin, what's his name? Ben Cowan? Oh, Benjamin. I don't know if it's Benjamin. I think it's Ben. Ben Cowan. I think he has 29k. I think that is a bit low. I don't think we're gonna go down to 29k. Okay. People could think. Okay. Again, I always say this. Any strategy, it's your strategy. Okay. I'm not in any position to judge anybody's methods or anything. Okay. But I don't think we're going to 29k. Personally, that's my opinion. And again, most of this is all opinion because none of this is financial advice. Great segue into this. None of this is financial advice. Take it from me. I don't think. We'd have to lose some pivotal. Exactly. 100% KB. We'd have to lose some. Yeah, exactly. We'd have to. Number one, we'd have to break below rejection block, which is again, we have the gold back level dealing ranges where we have the rejection block formed. So this is a strong rejection block. This isn't some weakling thing which we bounced off once. This is a strong area of support. Number two, we've got the 48k. If we sweep that, that's going to be big demand. And then don't even get me started on this entire range down here. I was talking about this. I think KB talked about this as well. we had this entire thing. You know, we've had this for a while now. This is a huge area, gigantic area. I don't think we're getting below anywhere near this. 29k, 38k is my the asteroid which is heading towards Earth has destroyed half of the entire world. Okay, but people are still trading Bitcoin. That is the price I expect. 38k. I don't think we're going 29k. Like, where's 29k? Let's see. What? Okay, why does he think that? Well, maybe 30k. You've got some highs here. Maybe some highs down here. You can see. Why is it yellow? Ugh. The hell. You can see there's, you know, maybe there's some highs here, and obviously there's some a relative high. But again, you know, you've got this area, but I'd rather point towards this here. You know, you've got this relative high here. You've got these highs, and then you've got this fair value gap here. So if anything, I was to talk about something, it'd be 31.2. If anything, 31.2. I don't even know what else to say. I'm blabbering. That's all I got to say. Okay, I don't think 29k. Yeah, could we? That's what I said just then. I'm kind of yapping now. I know I need to get onto the charts. I'm literally just had this entire time. But if it was to be somewhere else where it's like, okay, we're coming up, but could we have opportunity to come back down again? That's what I'm trying to decide in this stream. Cameras keep on tilting. I don't know what's going on. Could we come down again? There's potential for it. And for me, it's more so of how we print on this 4 hour. It's really how we print. And obviously on the hard time frames is, you know, where our candle print's going to be, a candle body print's going to be coming into it, and, you know, where we're going to go to. But so far, so good. That's my main kind of message of this stream, looking at these charts, is what, you know, I've been saying on stream with you guys has been following through pretty accurately so far. So, hey. I don't know what I just said. Anyway. Okay, let me actually get onto the charts now. Yes. I need some water so badly. I don't have any water in my room, and I can't leave. I've started the stream now. It's too late. Whatever. Let's go to 4 hour. This isn't where I have my main TA. I've got a mosquito bite on my shin as well, so it's just a horrible time. Yeah, we do have some lines here. You know, we have this these lows at 56, 850, which I've already, obviously you can see right now. We are how far are we off it? Literally, we're 50 pennies away on that high. I don't think this is our be-all end-all high, 56 850, but this is obviously L line, which I already drew. But again, this isn't our important chart, which we've been looking at as of late. We did have these lows. 56 to 62 750 was our range, which I kind of drew. I think I need to sneeze. Oh, that was bad. Okay, you know what? Screw this chart. Whatever. Okay, there we go. Perfect. This is our main chart. This is where we've been looking at. What else do we like here? Well, we are looking at some alts. So we're looking at Mu, Pyth, FET, and Dupe. There's a lot of alts here we like. Okay, there's some we don't like. Obviously, you can't like everything. But we are. I mean, an example of today, we are looking at Dupe, FET, Pyth. Obviously, Mu is a bit of obviously like a meme coin with some. You know, meme coins are always shady. You know, great, kind of like a grey box or black box even. You know, you put it in. What is it? We don't know. It comes out. Cool. It's a coin. Obviously, we are partnered by Mu. If you can see top right, I don't know if this is inverted camera or not, but somewhere up here, there is a powered by Mu and powered by Moonflow, which I think I'm supposed to be doing today. Okay, we'll get onto it. Whatever. I don't have enough time to think about this. Whatever. Okay, so this is our main chart right now. So this is our main chart where we have the power-free dealing ranges, which have the equilibriums. They have their premium discount raise. They have all this stuff in it. Okay. Market going to up. Well, I mean, and this is what I'm saying. You know, this is what I'm saying is if we print below 56, basically, if we print below 56, that is kind of like, that's my line basically of where if we're going to be going up or we're going to be going down in Bitcoin, and if we're staying down or staying up kind of thing. So because these red lines, there's a whole lot of lines there. I know it's very complicated. If you zoom out, it's like a whole lot of mess. Like, what the hell's going on here? What's all this trash? I'm not gonna go for it, you know, every single, you know, morsel of information about this because it's something completely different. But I will go over the red areas are equilibrium. So in between these and in the middle, obviously, you've also got consequent encroachment on everything. You've got these areas basically. These are equilibrium areas. So basically, if you draw a fib level and you put the 0, the 1, and the 0.5, and you did it to this, obviously the way I draw these ranges are very specific, but if you were to draw a rough range with a premium discount, these would be where the equilibrium points would be, as an example. But it's 0.47 to 0.53 percentage, so it's kind of like a rough range. It's not exactly like 0.5. It's got a bit of padding on it because it's an equilibrium range. But you can see, like, especially of lately, and again, there's different ways of drawing these things, but equilibrium is very, very important. You can see, especially on if we go to daily, are very, very important. You can see nearing wick here. You've got these wicks down here. Sweep below obviously is difficult, but this is my point as I'm getting onto right now, which is if we don't print below 56k, I'm in happy good books, because anybody who's here in the stream, hopefully I'm not too boring on my streams that you don't remember anything I say. Hopefully my streams are good enough that you remember what I said last stream. I think it was last stream I mentioned it again, but what I've been saying this entire time is I want us, my ideal world for Bitcoin is we kind of sweep below equilibrium, we dip into this area at rejection block area, and again, this is of importance. You don't need to know what these areas are, but basically these orange lines are very important. These are basically the bottom. These are basically the bottom of the range. Basically, there's specifics, but it doesn't matter. Basically, these grey areas, this entire grey area is of importance, and it's very similar to the rejection block we had, but it's a bit more specific. But again, important area. If we come into this grey area, I'm thinking of longing or buying on this or the other. Obviously, we had this wick, and again, basically, all you need to know, this blue line, this little circle, anything which touches in here is potential for rejection block. And what is a rejection block? Well, it's when you have a decently small candle body. Let's just imagine the candle body is a circle. And then you have a massive wick, either downwards or upwards. And the difference between the candle body and the wick is basically a rejection block. Basically, that rough area where you want to look for buys or where there's good support, this, that, and the other. And lo and behold, obviously, we had the R1 back here. If I go back to this one, you can see, obviously, this is the entire thing. The entire point of this movement was this rejection block, which you can see. And again, this candle body isn't that small, but this wick is so much larger, or considerably large. It's not something small. Again, this is also a rejection block back here, and you can see, we stayed in it. Obviously, we had that big wick, but this is external. This was something which happened in aid with external things. So you can kind of write that off. But whatever. Let me go back to this. There we go. So, yeah, that was rejection block. And again, this grey area was important. But you can also see, in this movement we've had, 10 o'clock Friday, this is a couple days ago, whenever it was, whatever. We actually formed a new rejection block, which is good. But anyway, let's move on. This is also a breaker block. So, what is a breaker block? Breaker block is a failed order block, basically. So, any order blocks which form within this range have a likelihood to break and then get used in the opposite way. So you can see this is a breaker block. It doesn't really matter. It only really matters what direction you're going. It doesn't really matter what if you're on the below or above equilibrium. But to be fair, in premium discount, you think, okay, in premium you want to look for things which are negative. In discount, you want to look for things which are positive. And again, we're technically in discount in this area. This is a negative order block, which we did use, which we've then flipped to be a breaker block, which we've then used the midpoint perfectly, and we've continued onwards. So you can see right here, if you go to the 1 hour, you can see pretty much let's see, what was it? It's like what? It's like $4 off, It's $4 off the midpoint. So again, it is basically the midpoint. And if you were to long this, then you would have caught it. Coming into equilibrium, consequent encroachment of the equilibrium, you could have got out at 55.750. Nice little long, 2% long. As an example. Reza, you know what? Let me read the chat. I haven't read the chat yet. Let me read the chat. Let me zoom in onto the chat because it's a lot of chat. You know what I'm saying? We have to lose. Yeah, I've read that. You just sold Michael away. No. I'm not. I'm not throwing him under the bus. I'm just telling you. Telling you the situation. Okay, Reza. To go. I don't know if you've unless I've blipped my mind and I didn't see you yesterday or not yesterday, sorry, last stream. Welcome back. It's been a while, I think. It's not obviously in the Telegram we've been talking about it, but I'm saying in the stream anyway. Mike was holding the line today like Atlas. I don't even know what that means. Brogan was summoning to 42k. That's not true, okay? If you actually watch my streams, I'm not going off on you, but if you know, obviously if you've been watching my streams, I've been right, okay? I'm not gonna brag because no one likes a horn tutor, but I've been right, okay? Mike says 4 days out of range and back up. Fair enough. I don't know actually how many days. We've been Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Yeah, I can hear that. We'll be fine. Yeah, I think so. I completely agree with you. Like in terms of sitting back, I've already talked about my kind of general idea for Bitcoin and the market. I'll say it again because obviously there's new people here. Whatever. Is we'd have to wick below equilibrium, come to this grey area, and then come right back up above equilibrium. Not, bounce off it or anything, and then continue onwards all the way back up to 70k, where we have negative. And this is the thing as well, because we're coming into manipulation area now in the AMD cycle, which I will go over in a minute. We need to be negative in that. Personally, we need to have general negativity in that manipulation phase between now and 21st September, so that October and November, going into November basically, can be where we break out of this bull flag, and then this, that, the other, 85k sorted. Anyway. DJ in the shoebox. Where did you learn all this stuff? I mean, a lot of it. I spent a lot of time on this. I have concentrated a lot of time into finding different things. And in terms of where I've learned a lot of places, to be fair, in terms of it's certain example things. There's some websites. There's one. I can't remember what it's called. I can probably send the link if you join Telegram in the description. I can send some links to different things I've looked at. But a lot of it is kind of like some of the it's kind of some basic stuff, and then this dealing range stuff. This is kind of like some secret stuff which I have sent in Telegram before. It's stuff which is kind of pie in the sky, but as I try and learn it more, the more I understand of it. So if you want some resources or anything like that, where oh, this looks really cool, or this this TA you're doing seems like this makes sense to me. I like this, whatever. You can come to Telegram. I can send you some links. So. You can look at what I've looked at before. There's some ICT stuff, like some general ideology stuff, like some fair value gap things. But there's more nuanced stuff, like these premium discount stuff. There's some different nuanced things which I use to kind of give me a better chance of things following through or not. And obviously, so far I've been using it. In the past, couple streams, it's been good. It's been working well. So obviously, in terms of where I've learned it, you can come to Telegram and you can come. Say a message. Oh yeah, I'm DJ in the Shooter Box on Telegram or whatever. Or I was him on YouTube, and I can send you it on the Telegram. It'll just be easier. But anyway, so you can see this is actually some old stuff we had. So this is an old order block formed in breaker block area. So what is it? Okay, when you form breaker blocks, especially in these PD arrays where it has breaker block in this range, this is breaker block area, where you form breaker blocks where they have more likelihood to follow through. At the end of the day, they're still order blocks. So you have to form the order block and test it for you to then flip it and then become a breaker block. So it's kind of like a double-edged thing where breaker blocks can still be used on both positive and negative. So generally, these ranges, in between this price of 57.15 and 56.3 is just where you're looking for ranges where there is potential support and or resistance. And in this case, again, we form this order block, which can be flipped eventually, which I think we're going to flip. When we come up towards 57, we're going to use it as support, and then we're going to continue onwards. We've got this, these fair value gaps up here, which we've already invalidated. So 57.8 could be a good one. And again, remember, let me point it out actually. So I have a purple line here. I don't know why. Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, so basically, it goes breaker block, liquidity void. What is a liquidity void in this case? This is basically just where you have big movements. It's not really anything too important, but there is consequent encroachment, aka midpoint stuff, where you can pay attention to. So if we obviously this is a bit janky, but whatever. Yeah, actually, that's not going to work. So it's about there. So 57,540 basically. Oh, there we go. That's perfect. So if we zoom in on 57,540, roughly about there, you can see there are general areas where you roughly come to it, especially here, for example. Obviously back here, kind of nearly coming to it there. We used it as resistance here, for example. And then you can shimmy along. You can use that. There's some scenarios where it works, but again, consequent encroachment is never something which works 100% of the time. So just bear that in mind. But anyway, coming back to it, this is order block. So technically, like I just said, breaker blocks are a reversed order block, but in order for it to be an order block, you have to use it as support resistance. So we are using it right now as resistance. I think we're gonna get above it. I think we're gonna get above it because that's what breaker block is. So I think we're gonna surpass this line at we've already surpassed it actually, to be fair. We haven't printed above it just yet. Again, 4-hour print is where I'm paying attention to. Not only for this order block, but for this equilibrium. We need to print above this, which I think we're going to easily do. Unless in the next 30 minutes we have a retracement of 1.5, 1.6%. I think we're in the clear. And again, what have I already said? My structure was we were going to come below equilibrium, quickly come below, do our thing, come back up, not have too much difficulty, and continue onwards, back up above equilibrium into the premium section, and then continue onwards back up to 70k, where we're going to all be happily ever after this and the other. So yeah. So I guess we'll see. I mean, what could happen is we could use this resistance, kind of come down a bit back towards, and again, not only is equilibrium important, but these lines outside of here are very important and for support resistance. So what we could do is come and use 56,350 as a support area, something like that, and then continue onwards. So I think now's a good time. This on the long term anyway, not like in the next 4 hours, because we could retrace. That's what I'm trying to point out. But we can have more movement. I think this is only just the start of more movement. I'm switching my sentiment now. People are now just starting to become negative, or for like a week, or whatever. But Ben Karen, for example, and some other people, up here when I was negative, people were starting to become positive. I've been negative this entire move downwards. Now that we've had this movement, I'm starting to become positive again. I'm starting to be, I think we're going to start to come up again. I think we're going to do this, and this. But, in this move upwards, people are saying 29k. We could have that. And again, there's potential. I don't have a crystal ball or anything, but I think we're going to be positive now. My thing, which we need to happen, in my opinion, has happened. So far, so good. I think we're going to come up. And I think we're just going to follow this structure. And again, we've got these 1.1 lines here, which we've obviously used at support resistance. We've got the high here at 59.054, which we're definitely going to use. Obviously, we've got fair value gap, which we've already used. To be fair, I've already used it. Just kind of looking now. Order block in order block area. So this is probably going to be some resistance. So again, we're definitely going to see some at 59.076 of resistance, because we're not going to go up in a straight line forever. But I think in general, I think we're changing sentiment. And again, not only did we have this double bottom, but we also have nearly equal lows in terms of the prints on this. So a good change in structure. You can see, like, got downtrend, good downtrend. Now what's happening? We've done a higher low, and then we've surpassed the high. So now we're starting to be in an uptrend. We've surpassed this high, and we did a higher low. So now we're showing signs we're going upwards. So if I had nothing on this chart, and I saw this movement, I'm waiting for a retracement, and I'm going to ride it all the way up, is what I'm waiting for. Trying to think if I've actually done anything good on this stream, or on this Bitcoin. I'm trying to think of, I should probably give some sort of price areas. Yeah, 59.049, whatever it is, up here. I should probably click it, actually. Yeah, 59.049. Definitely going to be important. Yeah, I think we're coming up. That's pretty much it. I think we have a retracement. Could we come to 51,750? It was where I thought we could come to, but I think we've had that movement now. I personally think we've had that movement. Not only have we had a new rejection block, but I think we're on our way. I think we're on our way. And again, not only do we have big movement upwards, we eventually might have another fair value gap, which we could come into. And again, these dealing ranges, which are PD arrays, just really fancy. They're not always 100%, accurate. You can have fair value gaps which are positive and negative in, positive fair value gaps which are in the positive area. That is not something crazy to say. That's those, happen. Those happen. But it's just likelihood. You're looking for likelihoods in this case. So it is what it is. But anyway, I've yapped. I think that's pretty decent. Let me look at the chat one more time. I'm going to scroll up now. Bruno rocks, absolutely, Kishan. You know what? But well, actually, no, you missed part of my name. I'm pretty deeply hurt by that. So that's okay. It's fine. Monthly chart. Let me check it. I'll scroll down, don't I? All right. Yeah, I mean, think I drew some ages ago. I think I had like a expanding thingy majiggy thing, whatever the hell it's called, on this. I can't remember, like a expanding triangle or something. Just black again. I think it was like this. It's arranged. Yeah. Okay. Cool. You know, we do have this where we could have boom, 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 boom doing this. But again, it's like, oh look, we're in a range. You know, we've got these bounces, we've got these bounces. We've bounced all this. We're gonna come down to 21k. Oh my god, it's over. I can't draw. I'm stupid. I can't draw a straight line. You know what I mean? Like, look, we've already had a bounce off middle, and there's areas like here we've come down, we've bounced off it. So, you know, I don't think it's too rare to say we could have a little bounce like here and then come up. So, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? People, fearmongers, that's what they are. People are fearmongering. Okay, I'm moving on now, though, because I have spent way too long on this Bitcoin chart, which I always do. I have 4 coins I'm supposed to cover today. I don't think we're going to cover them all today, because I spent quite a lot of time. I always do. This isn't a surprise here. This is his chart. I don't want to go to this chart. It's dirty chart. Okay. I'm so glad I abandoned this chart. You know, it's just old TA. But, you know, you've got a what's the word for it? You've got to evolve as a person. And you know, it doesn't matter what you did yesterday. It matters what you do tomorrow. Oh, it matters what you do today. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't really matter. I think I'm on this. Here it is. Look at that. It's just perfect. What did I say? I've already said this. I forgot. Oh no. Okay, I forgot what I said. We needed. Okay, I think Monday the 16th of September was the midpoint. I think it was the midpoint of the manipulation phase. So I wanted us to continue to come down by here. Okay, this. Hold on. Wait. This is really critical to look at. Yeah. Okay. So this. So I forgot I was gonna cover this. Okay. I don't care if it's my stream. Screw you. All right. If you've got a problem, you can bugger off. All right. Anyway, this is critical. This phase. If you know what AMD phase. Okay. If you don't know what AMD phase is, I'll explain it. AMD phase is basically a way the market moves. It's like a structure. So basically, accumulation doesn't really matter. To be fair, it doesn't really matter. It's basically just you moving. What does matter is the M and the D phase. Okay. Basically, what happens is in a bullish situation for an AMD phase or AMD cycle, you have let me draw it actually. Let me just draw it with a pen over here. So AMD phase. Let's say it does this. This is your A phase. Okay. This is A. The M phase. Let's say this is bullish. Let's say this is a bullish AMD phase. What happens is you have general negativity in manipulation phase. It could go up again. You know, it could do that, for example. But you know, you've done your normal cycle. You end up negative in the manipulation phase, or you have majority of negative movement in manipulation, and then when you get to the distribution phase, you know, you're doing this whatever downward trend, you then pump. So the distribution phase is where you want to get in, or the manipulation phase is where you want to get in. This is where you want to look for your trade, and the distribution is where you want to ride it out. It's basically what it is, you know. And obviously, price is fractal, basically meaning, situations can cascade into itself. You know, this is why I have this AMD phase on this manipulation phase. So, for example, accumulation, general negativity in manipulation, and then distribution. So we are going to end up higher than 67, 68. It's basically what this is saying. So yeah, you can have negativity in distribution, but in general, you have movement upwards in distribution. It's basically what it is. That's all it really is. But like I said, price is fractal. You can have AMD phases within different phases, for example. So for example, in manipulation, you can see here, this is probably A, this is M, and then this is the distribution phase. So you can see, like, doing our thing, negative movement in manipulation, pump in distribution. That's basically what it is. So just to, you know, for people who don't know what that means. But anyway, I want us to continue to have negativity in manipulation. But like I said, we can go down, we could come up and then go down again. But as long as we're genuinely negative and we have, like, we're continuing a downtrend. So let me draw this trend, for example. Like, we could come up towards 58 and then come down again. I don't want that to happen, though. You know, it's toying with me here. Because if we have, you know, if we enter manipulation phase and we go up, if we continue from this position all the way towards 63k, let's say, by 21st September, this is going to be negative. In theory. I don't want that to happen. But anyway, I'm moving on. I need to actually move on. Let me check the chat again, though. Let me check the balance check. I've seen some nice comments. I don't care if I go over. You know, it's my stream, whatever. Balance IRXL. This channel is the best channel in the program. I wish you S. Thank you. I appreciate that. There's been some. Sorry about that. I don't know if I just blew the mic up. There's some nice comments in the balance chat. So thank you. I appreciate it, all of you. I'm reading from now. Just have a little scroll before we continue onwards. Brother is very intelligent. Thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you very much. Again, obviously, if you want any information, obviously, I'm not gonna spend like 14 hours straight just like explaining things. But if you want some resources, if you want to ask questions, you can ask them on stream. More than happy. I can ask questions. These streams, you know, they're kind of a bit of free form. That's kind of, you know, whatever. I can spend how much time I want on this, that, the other, because, you know, it's me by myself. Obviously, when I'm in the office Saturday, I kind of need to stick to the schedule, but I can kind of veer off how I please on my streams, because obviously they're my streams. So if you do want to ask questions, you know, ask away. But obviously, if you've got, you know, if you enjoy it and you want, you know, this, you want some information, or you enjoy, you look at my charts and go, I think that is something I would enjoy learning or appreciate to know how it works. Comes to Telegram, I can definitely send. I think DJ in the Shoebox, I think you did say you joined it, so appreciate you. I joined Telegram, yeah, perfect. In case down, where can we go in Bitcoin? Yeah, okay, so I think we have that. We had that rejection block. You can see it on this time frame anyway. You can see this rejection block. So I think maybe, you know, we could come to maybe, you know, like, I don't know, 53.260 or 52.5 have an equal low, or 53 or 54 even. I think it'd be this low, because again, this is also a rejection block. So I don't think we come down, but like you said, in the example we do, I think it would be relatively close to this area, you know, towards maybe 53k, personally, 53k-ish. But anyway, last few days I've become optimistic. Yeah, great, absolutely. I mean, that's exactly what I've been doing. I've definitely become optimistic, but I've had like planned optimism, you know. So I knew we were gonna kind of do this sort of movement. I knew we were gonna kind of come down, you know, to these areas. And once we came, I mean, this, you know, coming down to this, you know, 49k range between, you know, 54k. This kind of proved to me that, okay, we've done what I thought we would. So why shouldn't we do what else I thought we should do, which is come back upwards and this, that, the other. Ass is awesome, bro. Well done. Thank you. Appreciate you. Why not using simple significance and cipher B? Well, I mean, obviously, this is what, you know, said earlier, you know, I evolve and change. I'm not dissing my own indicators and whatnot. They are brilliant. But in terms of market cipher B, personally, I just thought, you know, if I could learn a method or do something in my charts which was more closely related or pretty much directly related to price action, I would rather use that rather than data sources and indicators, because it is kind of something which is immediately works, basically. You know, market cipher B is a lagging indicator. Most indicators are lagging, unless you have data which can, you know, kind of predict something, which, you know, I don't know if you can do that. But you know, simple significance, it's not, that isn't data related. That is perfect. And I say this on a lot of my streams. Sorry. The reason why I don't use simple significance on my streams is because I draw these support and resistance zones anyways, and I use my own, you know, like methods like the fair value gap, not fair value, what I'm talking about, the fib tools, which is like has custom percentages. I use these to draw my support and resistance. I can bring it up right now. Go personal. There it is. Like, these are good ranges. You know, like these are great for if you can't be bothered, basically. So you can see here, right now, it's also on light mode. It's kind of hard to see. So let me edit it. So change the colors actually. Let me make it like something a bit darker so you can actually see. So green and red. It's a bit easier there, but you can see, like, even with this, it's like, okay, this was drawn. Okay, obviously based on these lows, and these are based on I've explained this before, it's based on different lows. So it doesn't just go off a volume profile, but it also goes off previous highs and lows to draw its ranges. And these you know, background colors, these are 2% paddings on the range, because personally I think 2% paddings are brilliant. And you can see, you know, this is obviously drawn on the low, but you can see here our wick came directly to the 2% padding. So you could do nothing. You could do none of this. You know, you could do no TA, and you can do these simple significant. You can use simple significance and roughly guess. You have a good kind of gauge on what the market's doing and if we're going to bounce or not. Obviously, you can go up here. You can see had difficulty in these ranges. You can probably go on the 4-hour and look even better. Obviously, it changes based on time frame because of the fact there's different data on different time frames. But you know, obviously, you can see up here a good high up here, which goes back here, which has different resistance lines. So again, there's no perfect indicator, but I made this just for people who didn't want to draw support resistance, you know, and go back in time thoroughly. Or for me, if I'm feeling really lazy and I didn't want to bother, this is for him. So I think it's a great indicator. I just don't use it because I have my own methods, like order blocks, rejection blocks, highs and lows, and the dealing ranges, which I draw, you know, on the gold back levels. So I have my own things. That's why I don't use it too much, because it kind of clutters the chart up. So yeah, that's why I don't use it too much. But let me look back at the chat. For our close, above 55.6 would be change in flow. Therefore, I would expect a move towards 61k at least to aggregate orders. Yeah, I mean, I agree. I think for me it's 56. I think it's 56. What did I say again? Let me go back into here. Yeah, I think it's 55.965. But again, very big. I mean, again, 55.560. What did you say? 55.6. Again, if you did the bottom of here, which it could happen, to be fair. 55.569, which is pretty much the exact same thing what you just said. But I think it's or based on what I have on my charts and my TA is 55.9 or basically 56. But again, look, in 13 minutes we're going to print. Are we really going to come down 1.6% in the next 30 minutes? I don't think so. If I'm proven wrong, fair enough, whatever. But yeah, I agree. Yeah, change in flow. This is because again, what are these red lines? These are equilibrium. So being above this is a positive thing, and being below this is a negative thing. But again, there's no coin in any existence which is going to stay in a range perfectly forever. So there are going to be moments where you expand above these orange lines, and that's what these purple lines are for. It's very hard to see. I'm very sorry, but these purple lines, it's horrible to see actually. I'm sorry. You know what? Whatever. But you can see. This is where the purple lines are. What are purple lines? It's a 1.11%, which is an expansion. So when you reach these lines, you go into the next range, which is then when you end up in a negative side of things. So let's say we wick up all the way towards let's say we wick up all the way towards 59,760 and go above. Let's say we go to 60k. We are then in a new range, a new dealing range, which then puts us in a negative position, which therefore means we should be looking for you know, positive fair value gaps, positive order blocks, positive this, that, the other, to then bring us upwards. So there are opportunities where we expand outside of these ranges. But yeah, in terms of changing of flow, it's either expanding or it's bringing above equilibrium, which is here. So yeah, I agree. 55.6 roughly. Let me scroll down. Mike had 56.616. Oh, yeah. If going on, I think 55k is best stop for pump. Let me have a little nosy. 55k would be good, but I think, yeah, 54.8 or 54.58. Okay, if you're new to the channel and you're like, oh, this guy's really great, let me watch him. Just bear in mind, at least 3 times a stream, I'll just have like verbal spaghetti, and things will just start to come out. I don't know what it is. Bear with me. This is breaker block zone. This is a breaker block. Not much more to say there. 54.8, I agree. Minimum, in terms of the rough middle time frame, 53.5, 53. Not much more to say there. What else is everyone saying? Price is trading within an inside week candle with last week's high equal highs on the 4-hour sat below 60k. Price is trading within candle last week's high. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I know there's I know there's actually some other strategies which use CRT. I don't know if there's a week sitting within week candles. Obviously, I have tried to look into it. I don't really use that, but yeah, I understand using higher time frame candles to figure out your ranges and highs and lows on your lower time frames. So absolutely, I don't know. You know, if you said order block, or if you said fair value gap, or if you said highs and lows or equilibrium, I'd draw it. But I believe you. I'm still using it. I've been doing well. I mean, again, that's what I always say. I say this every single stream. You know, if you have a strategy or if you use some tools or this, that, and the other, like again, for example, Market Cipher B, order blocks and some highs and lows and chart patterns for the longest time were working for me. I'm not saying that they stopped working for me. I just wanted to change, you know, what I was doing to just something differently. But again, like I said, I always say this: if your strategy works, or if you're using something and it works, and you understand it, and that's the most important part. If you understand it and you think it's something which is, you know, applicable, who can say otherwise? You know, who can say otherwise? Who can say, oh, that's trash, do this? No, that's the trash, do that. Who cares? If it works for you, it works for you. You know, a lot of this thinks, oh yeah, you're fighting against the other trader, and you know, I prefer to think of it as you're trying to work with everyone else. You know, obviously there's always going to be people who are long in, there's always going to be people who are shorting, but it's just, you know, in your strategy, in the meta ideology of it should be trying to work with the most amount of people and trying to look at things just like, okay, what can I look at which the majority of people who have a significant impact on the market are going to be looking at, and looking at that and going from there, if you know what I mean. But anyway, yeah. No, I don't mean the next 30 minutes, lol. I mean a 4-hour candle closed above 55.6k, it's change of flow, which is what we're putting at. No, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, exactly. But as in this, that's the 4-hour print above equilibrium. No, I'm not saying in the next 30 minutes, but this is I'm on the 4-hour right now, and this is the candle above equilibrium. Personally, this is the candle above equilibrium, and if we print this is going to be my change. We have now gone from a discount to a premium, so we are now going to be playing within the range of, you know, 55.5 back up towards 59.114. And again, this isn't something which you know, which orchestrates the monthly. You know, this is on the 4-hour, on the 1 hour. So this is going to happen within, you know, day, 2 days, day and a bit, whatever. But, you know, if I go to daily and did a wider dealing range, you know, it might be we're breaking above equilibrium and our range is now, you know, 55.1 all the way up to 62, let's say. But, you know, that's just my method. You know, and obviously if you want more information, Telegram. Should everyone has to find their own edge in the market. Yeah, I mean, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of it is personal. I think the most important part is kind of I'm losing my words now. My brain's melting. But like risk management and managing how you trade, kind of thing. You know, if you're someone who, you know, does like a 1-to-1 like risk reward ratio, it's like, yeah, if it works, great, cool, but you're managing a lot of risk. So if you know your strategy is something which works on the lower time frames, and it's something where you know you need to have a slight stop loss, if someone tries to use your strategy on a higher time frame with no type stop loss, they might get destroyed. And their strategy, and they're like, oh, the strategy doesn't work. It's just that thing where it's like you need to understand your strategy and how it works, or kind of know how to use it. Which obviously it's your strategy. You know, you should hopefully try and learn how to use your own strategy. But it's also knowing how you should go about risk management. But you know, I think you can make a lot of strategies, no matter how simple or how complex. I think you can make the majority of them work just based on having appropriate risk management. And again, I'm not saying, I say this, you go, oh, this guy's so smart, this guy's so brilliant. Sometimes I'm not the best, you know, no one's ever the best. If someone tries to claim, you know, that give this bravado that there's some incredibly, you know, crazy trader who's got nothing ever wrong. Now, yeah, I can have, you know, great winning streaks, I can have great losing streaks. So it's something where, you know, I have a character, you know, I have, you know, the Oracle is my character where it's like, oh, I'm the best. I know I can read the chart in my sleep type of thing where it's like, I'm in the matrix, I can see the chart in numbers. You know, it's a character at the end of the day. I don't think like that. There's some people who think like that, and that's a bit egotistical. That's a bit, you know, narcissistic, or not narcissistic, but you know what I'm saying? It's just one of those things. It's been, you know what? It's been a nice talk today, guys. I'm not ending it, don't worry, but it is 9:53, and I've hardly gone into Ethereum and Solana. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to zip through Ethereum and Solana, quickly go over maybe Pi and Dupe, maybe, go over one or two, and then we can see what the chat's saying, and then maybe I can end it, whatever. Go on to Telegram, send you guys some information, this and the other. But yeah, going back to what I was saying, big old thing there. Monday the 16th was my personal time frame where I thought we needed to continue our negativity so that manipulation phase could be appropriate, so that when we get to the distribution phase, we can be completely positive. 85k, wraps, done, sorted. We've broken out of the negativity in monthly. We're coming up to 100k. Bitcoin's going to go to 1 million next year. We're sorted. We're in Bahamas. We've got yachts. We've got boats, type of thing. But obviously, we're a bit premature. You know, we've kind of had, you know, we've blown the cannon too fast, all right? That's not a problem. If we hover a bit, I'll consider if we hover a bit. You know, we've had, you know, good negativity. You know, entering into manipulation phase was the 3rd of September. So you can see 1st September, good negativity, not worried. unless we go above this line, which is looking more and more likely as we continue. If we do something like this, big bounce, do that, maybe do that, maybe do something like that. Even if we do a high, it doesn't matter. We've had a general negativity. We haven't gone above that line up there. Then I'll take it. I'll take it. Entering into 21st September with our heads held high, knowing that the distribution phase is going to be super positive. October is going to be the month for the holders and the bull people. I'm going to go up all the way to 85k onwards. I think, to be fair though, I need to redraw my lines though, because I've had 85k since I came out of the womb, which, to some people may not seem that long ago, because obviously, whatever. Don't take that as the wrong way, whatever. I've had 85k for a while. I should probably redraw. Some people have 103k. I think Mike has 103k or 100k exactly. So I might need to redraw, but regardless, 85k. But like I said, I'm waiting for this print. If we print, the best case scenario for me right now, because obviously I must have been asleep when this was happening. I missed this, whatever, who cares? I missed all this. I mean, I had a couple days to get in, but I just wasn't really paying attention, I'm not gonna lie. But the gods will answer my questions. If we come back down to 56k, I'm getting in immediately. Okay? I'm just getting in. Simple as, I'm getting in. If we hold that equilibrium and continue onwards, I'm holding in, I'm putting my hands behind my back, or my hands on my head, and I'm continuing, whatever. I've got 4 minutes. Oh my god. Okay, Ethereum, let's do this really fast. Okay, really fast. Let's go. So yeah, downtrend, we need continuous downtrend. We've got I think it's a lower time frame order block. You can see bounce, flip, resistance nearing here. So this is going to give resistance again. And also we've got this intermediary order blocks within the order block, which always happens. So 2440, which I was claiming since the 24th of August. Or no, 26th of August. I claimed this price ages ago. Okay, so you can pat me on the back later. Don't worry, you don't have to say anything. But again, good resistance there. So I don't think we're gonna go above this. Actually, to fake and see like downtrend, boom, boom, boom. That's the high there. So 20th September. Oh, look at that order block. Look at that perfect order block. Already talked about this. So again, 24/7, 8, good resistance. I think we're staying in there for a bit, but I think eventually we're going to break these things. I think we're going to maybe come, good bounce. I think we're going to come up to it, maybe have an equal highs. I think it's raining. Maybe come down against this line. Obviously, to be fair, we've already swept these lows. I know these were the lows, but we've had these lows. Sweep probably coming up now to have a change of character, whatever the flip. Coming down, bang, sweep, bang, upwards, resistance, high, coming, or higher low, sorry, coming upwards, bang, 10k Ethereum sorted, boats, yachts, Bahamas, beaches, this, that, the other. Let's go Solana. I have no time. Sorry guys, I apologize. If you're someone who's holding on for the Solana TA, I apologize because I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this. I think this is my chart. I think it's this one. Oh yeah, here we go. Oh yeah, this is some TA. Boom, there you go, sorted. Look at that. Look at that. This is daily. Yeah, sorted. Simple. Rejection block. Middle line. Sorted. Actually, yeah, Monday. Yeah, sorted. Yeah. There you go. I've already talked about this. Whatever. This line was good support. So you see bang, resistance. Could we hit it? Potentially. I don't have the legend on this. They take a while to draw. I could draw an indicator. I could have the indicator because there's an indicator for it. It's like the Goldback DMN dealing ranges, but I can't be bothered right now, I'm not gonna lie. But big wick or big candle, this is going above, this is coming from a position of being below equilibrium. So that means this is technically a positive, because again, this is, you see, it's the candle is coming from a position below discount. So this is still going to be valid, even though we're in a premium. And again, like I always say, it's bullish fair value gaps in a premium don't always get invalidated. That's never the case. But it's just likelihood. You want to have the most, because again, in trading, it's not about trying to find something which works 100% of the time. It's something which you're trying to find something which has the most likelihood of happening. But anyway, you can see right now, obviously we've had support at these lines, especially at the candle bodies here, here as well. Obviously flipped it, support, resistance now, resistance again. Trying to do it right now, but again, 39 seconds. Unless we break down 1.6% or 1.7% in the next 34 seconds, I'm not worried. we're also printing above this order block. And again, these are breaker blocks. This is a negative order block. So this is now going to turn into a breaker block. So the stars are aligning. Okay, the stars are aligning. This is perfect, perfect, perfect TA. This is perfect, perfect, perfect price action. Couldn't get better than this. I'm very happy, chappy. But yeah, this is going to be below equilibrium as well. If there's anything similar to Bitcoin, this is going to be below equilibrium. This is going to be a bullish fair value gap if we hold it, unless we wick all the way back down to 130. I don't think we do that though, because obviously Bitcoin, if the market follows suit, Bitcoin, there you go, sorted. We're fine now. This is probably, hopefully, maybe gonna have a higher time frame fair value gap, maybe towards there potentially. Maybe the midpoint being on that line, that would be even perfect. Coming towards this, you know what, that would make sense. Look, the wick could be to this order block, meaning the top of the fair value could be there, which means consequence encroachment could be the bottom of this line, meaning. Sorry, I'm saying the same over again. I'm trying to think of a different word, which allows us to come down to 56.3 and then continue onwards. AKA, we're gonna have bang, 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 bang. Off we go. 85k, yachts, boats, seawater. Anyway, Solana. Do you know what? I'm gonna skip it. Let's just speed run real quick because, man, I'm really late today. I'm also happy for you. Thank you. Everyone's saying happy. Well, I'm not only happy for me. Be happy for yourselves if you're someone who's trading and longing all this and the other, because it could be positive. None of this financial advice, so I always say that. LD Pipe, I have some dealing range on these. All right, okay, so this is okay. This is gonna get this is gonna get technical. This is gonna get real technical. I don't have the dealing ranges, but okay. Whoa, this is gonna be a bit techie. All right, whatever. Okay, so what are the explanation time? What are these red lines? This is equilibrium. This is midpoint. This is general range. You can see we bounced off midpoint really nicely. So this is just going to be good resistance. And again, bing, 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 bing. Back up to order block. No, this is breaker block area on the higher dealing ranges. This is breaker block. You can see formed order block, tested it. Boom, we have an order block now, which means we can now come below it to have a breaker block. Bang, or not bang there. You know, boom, 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 bang, breaker block. Bang, breaker block, eventually when we come back up to here. So I think a decent W would follow suit with what's going on, but I can't talk about that too much because I do need to zoom back in to the 1 hour. Let's have a quick look at what's going on. I think we've got rejection blocks up here. I think we've got a fair value. No, we've got a mitigation block here. So we've got resistance. We've also got relatively equal highs here, which means if we wick up towards 28, we could come back down again, which could be somewhat similar to Bitcoin. But again, 1 hour, we do have a, you know what? Let me get this up. I think we're on a 729 number. I don't know. I can't remember. Can't remember. Hold on. Give me a second. I'm going to find this. Alright, well, it's not that. That's all I know. I think it's a 243 we're using. Okay, so fair value gap is formed within the fair value gap onwards in liquidity void, which makes sense. Again, liquidity voids are areas which start massive movements. So it is still formed within liquidity void, and again, we are also technically above, or we're technically below this equilibrium up here, which technically also means we're in discount, which means more likely a chance of positive fair value gaps being formed. So obviously, we've had these big wicks upwards. We could potentially have a retracement down, coming from an area of mitigation block from equilibrium, coming down towards fair value gap. 27 and onwards. So I think we can have a bit of retracement for Pipe. Similar with the market, I do think we have general retracement. Let's go over Duke really quickly before we look at the chat and end the stream. I think it's this chart. I can't remember. Okay, there we go. No, it's not this chart. Is this one? There we go. Perfect. Okay, so similar scenario. I think I have the ranges on this one. I don't. I'm useless at that. I didn't draw them. Okay, so similar with the other one, we do have equilibriums up here. You can see good bounce, good bounce, good bounce, good bounce. Flip, good bounce, flip again, bounce, bounce, good bounce again. So again, these equilibriums are perfect. We have order blocks and fair value gap, I believe, down here. So that's just good setup. We've got rejection block in rejection block area. Good support below us. Big order block, which we're currently bouncing off. So what I could expect, even from the higher time frames and now, is we've come up. We're going to bounce against exactly how Pipe is doing. Retrace towards 71.50 and then continue onwards. I think this is, I can't remember what this is. I think order block. So we could come up again. So we could do this and then continue onwards in the market, potentially. But you know what? I'm just at the end of the stream. I'm a bit over. I do like to end it at 10. So I've yapped. what I'm going to do, I'm going to put it on this. I apologize for the lackluster amount of coins we've covered today. I'm just going to look at the chat, say goodbyes, and say hello to everyone in the Telegram, or everyone new in the Telegram anyway. Right now, so what do we have in the chat? No one in YouTube, that's okay, it's fine. Thank you to everyone joining YouTube, appreciate you all. I've just reset the Binance chat, so I can't read any of the chat there. So I guess I'm just going to end the stream. All right, fine, whatever. Okay, that's pretty much it then. So thank you, all of you who joined, all of you who spoke, this, that, the other. Thank you, I appreciate you. And for those who followed and liked, appreciate you guys too. Obviously, if you didn't, there's no favoritism here, but if you did, then thank you very much. Telegram, I know some people have joined. I will talk to you guys pretty much in the next 5 minutes. I need to go get some water and have a little breather, and I can go to Telegram. I can see some PDFs and whatnot of things I've found, which obviously helped me do my TA and whatnot. So if you do want that and you haven't joined Telegram yet, go to the description of where you are of Binance or YouTube. Go to Telegram, just message me there or whatever, and you can message the general chat or you can message me privately. It doesn't really matter. I'm gonna send it. I might send it directly. I might send it in the general chat, but I'll probably. If you ask me, I'll send it to you. Maybe because I don't want to send it to everybody because I don't want everyone to have it type of thing. I'm not trying to gatekeep. You know what I'm saying? So thank you all. Appreciate you. Shout out to all of you. Mags, shout out. Kishan, shout out. Tariq, shout out. Reza, shout out. DJ in a shoebox, shout out to you. I don't know. I think I recognize your name. I don't know if you've been here before, but shout out to you anyway. KB, the GOAT as well. Shout out to you. Thank you all, and I'm gonna see you. I might do Wednesday, maybe Thursday. I'll see. Maybe Friday. Who knows? It might be Wednesday though, because I want to see, because we're doing some exciting movement now. So I think by Wednesday we should have resolved some movement. So I think Wednesday might be the stream, if not Thursday, depending on what we've done or if I deem it something good or not. If within those time frames, if I see something interesting which I think everyone should know about, or if I think there's something interesting on the charts, I will post some screenshots in the chart pattern area. Obviously KB, the resident chart pattern drawer as well, he's in there as well, so shout out to him. He's drawing some things in there, he sent some things. So obviously if you're someone who does TA and you want to send some things over, send it in the chart pattern area. I'll have a look at it. Maybe we can talk about it, this, that, the other. So yeah, shout out to all of you. Join Telegram. Thank you. See you Wednesday or Thursday. Goodbye.